I was, in effect, born and bred in Carmarthen in West Wales, educated in Brommerthin School there. Started my career in local government with Dyfed County Council as it was then, and then gradually worked my way up to North Wales through Shrewsbury, Welshpool, Knutsford, and then before landing up here in Betws-y-Coed working for Pero, and I've been here now almost 15 years. I'm currently a director of Pero Foods Ltd, which is a pet food manufacturing company. We supply across the whole of the UK, but we also used to supply into Europe, Republic of Ireland, and overseas outside the European border, into Asia predominantly. So we've got a fair spread of experience running exports, probably for at least the last 12 years. We, as a business, think we've lost about £750,000 worth of exports into the EU. We've lost all our customers in the Republic of Ireland, even though I'll put a caveat there that we do supply into Northern Ireland. We've lost basically all bar one customer on the continent of Europe. We've seen a significant cost increase in documentation, clearance, and of course vet inspections for all our exports into Europe, which we didn't have before, which is adding a administrative burden and also pushing our prices to our customers in Europe to a level which makes them not competitive with similar products available within Europe from European manufacturers. It's almost difficult, if not impossible, to find hauliers who are prepared to take small part loads across into the continent. That's a major stumbling block. And the timescales from placing an order to attempting to get the product across is very much extended, even though that we are very lucky that our products aren't time critical in getting them over to places. It still has an impact. And I think the biggest issue, as far as I'm concerned, I was attending a international trade fair in Nuremberg in Germany at the end of May, and the numbers of people coming onto our stand, once they realised we're a manufacturer based in Wales or the UK, said, sorry, it's too much hassle for us these days and too expensive, and walked away. Customers we would normally have expected to have some degree of conversation with on pricing and open to a negotiation between us and them on supply. But while there, one of the main things I started to realise, which I hadn't actually realised the entirety of it, the unfairness of the current border positions. Products leaving the UK to go to Europe are subject to absolute stringent checks. However, products coming from Europe into the EU have none of these checks against them, or a much less intensive check. Therefore, it's a totally unlevel playing field at the moment. It's causing us no ends. I'll give you a specific example. I know it's not necessarily our food, but we sent 3 parcels containing brochures, paperwork, photocopy, price lists, pens, pencil, basically the paraphernalia of supporting an exhibition and a sales exhibition via a parcel carrier company, a renowned company. And we sent them, giving ourselves 10 days prior to the start of the show. The goods, the parcels were sent. Considering the show ended on the 29th of May, I had a phone call on Wednesday this week from a delivery driver in Germany telling me your parcels were ready for delivery to the show in Nuremberg. It's taken over almost 4 weeks to try and get those parcels delivered. And of course, the show had long gone by then, so we'd operated in a show with no paperwork whatever, because they were held up in customs over paperwork issues. The goods were actually returned. So I told the delivery driver, return the goods, there's no point in them staying in Germany. Lo and behold, this was Wednesday morning of this week. Thursday afternoon, we had a delivery to the door here in Pero of the parcels, which had been stuck in German customs for almost 4 weeks. Just shows goods coming in do not get checked. Goods going out get absolutely hammered. Of course, there are issues, especially in the food standards and animal welfare, that affect us as a business. One of the main issues is, using the USA as an example, we are, apparently there is an agreement being put into place. Whether it happens now or not because of the protocol issues, I don't know. But part of that was to allow chlorinated chicken from the from the USA to be allowed to be imported into the UK. One of the issues we have with that, chicken and poultry products are an extremely important element of the pet food industry in the UK. May it be the actual meat or poultry oil, or it's used in digest, it's used in mineral packs. The EU and the UK at one point forbid the import of chlorinated chicken. So if we open our doors to that, it causes us an issue if we were able to import into the EU. The amount of traceability we would have to have then would shoot up, because the EU would not want any processed chicken in our foods which have been chlorinated. But by saying that as well, again, it's a one-way, again, it's a one-way traffic. We still could not import our pet food containing chicken products back into the US because we don't allow chlorinated chicken in our processing. So everything is geared for goods to come in, but nothing towards the goods leaving the UK. Brexit, Wales and pet industry. There are a number of manufacturers here in Wales, and talking to one or two of those recently, everybody finds issues with the state of play. One of the been talking since the international trade show we had at the end of May, spoken to a number of other companies within the UK. They're also finding the same issues as we had. A lot of people are coming to the stand, not interested in the food because it's too much hassle. Yeah, they'll look at other items which are non-food, but the majority of the food items, which Pero Foods is renowned at making, they just did not want to know. And it doesn't look good. Like I said earlier, we've lost about £750,000 worth of sales into the EU and Republic of Ireland, and I can't see how we can win that back. Simply put, we need the whole Brexit scenario revisited with truthful fact on the impact on businesses. You know, the problem, it's a political decision that the borders coming on imports into the UK are as unrestricted as possible. They don't want Mrs. Jones going to Tesco and finding no Spanish tomatoes for her, because she'll start screaming. But generally, the public are seeing the impact now if they're going on their holidays or traveling into Europe. The queues at the EU passport control. And as a third nation, we have to go in with the rest of the world. And people are complaining about 4-hour queues in Spain. You know, those impacts are there. As a way to mitigate the problem, we've got to have, if we can't rejoin the EU, we've got to look at a common trading partnership with them, where these restrictions are lifted. We can't operate with the costs. The work that's involved in getting products over the border is phenomenal. The detail that we need to go to, we need to find a better way and get back onto an equal trading partnership with Europe. If I'm sending stuff to Asia, my health certificate is 3 pages long. If I send a health certificate into Europe, it's 9 pages long, but then has to be translated into every language that load crosses a border with. So if I'm sending it to Germany, I've got to have it in English, then I've got to have it in French because it's going through the French territory, then it's got to be translated into German. So I have 3 sets of documents the vet has to fill, and all of them have to match exactly. If there's anything that doesn't match between the 3 documents, the load can be refused and has to be returned to the UK. So we've got to find a way of getting a proper trading relationship back with Europe, and the only way I can see that happening is we have another referendum and we go back in. It used to be a growth area for us on exports pre-Brexit. It was growing consistently. We had customers coming to us asking to buy our products. All of that is gone now. So we've lost a huge opportunity. And at the end of it, Europe is key for us growing our business.